Houston Texans lost to the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round of the 2023-24 playoffs, ending their fantastic season. Welcome back to Off the Gridiron, your Apollo HOU Houston Texans podcast. My name is Noah Outlaw. I'm one of your hosts as always. And as always, I'm currently not here with Garrett Harrelson. He's there. Oh,
What's up? What's going on, guys?
buddy, what are you doing?
Here to do a podcast. What?
Yeah. Why are you taped to it?
Did you catch the game on Saturday?
Yeah. Why are you strapped to a dolly or whatever you're on?
I mean,
Did you
just in case.
Did you do something?
In case. I didn't do anything. It's all precautionary.
I don't buy that you didn't do anything.
I'm taking it well.
I can tell. Is this because of the Texans losing?
I mean, we could just get into it.
Okay. Are you gonna do the whole episode like this, or is this mandated by the government that you have to stay like this?
I can't move. I cannot get out.
Okay.
So we are doing the episode right now.
So this is a mandated by some sort of law enforcement, I assume.
34-10.
Okay.
34-10. And you know what? Like I said in previous episodes, I'm taking it well. You know, we weren't supposed to be here in the divisional round. 10-7 winning the division. That's just nuts in itself. And so I still feel like we're winners in a way, even though the final score and the outcome wasn't what we wanted it to be.
Right. So, like Garrett said, the Texans lose 34-10. What, 34-10?
34-10
to the Ravens.
I remember.
Yeah, I kind of didn't even remember the final score. I was kind of over it, but I haven't even looked at the box score, to be honest. But the Texans lost to the Ravens. But like Garrett mentioned, I guess I'm just going to try to do this. I'm going to try to get through this podcast. I can't take you seriously in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, the Texans lost to the Baltimore Ravens 34-10. But like Garrett said, the season was phenomenal. This is probably the most fun season the Texans have ever had.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, definitely just the vibe was different from any Texans team that I've ever in recent memory. You know, maybe in comparison, the 2011 season matches pretty well because again, it was like people aren't taking us seriously kind of thing. We're not supposed to be here in this situation, but hey, fuck it, we are. Yeah. Ricky TJ Gates was leading us against the Ravens. CJ Stroud was leading us against the Ravens in the divisional round. Overall, the vibes were just 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 this season. So definitely one of the funnest seasons, maybe the funnest season I've ever had watching the Texans.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we had hope going into this game. We knew it was going to be a difficult one to win. And obviously that we were right. The Texans were 9.5 point underdogs going into the game, and that was very correct. That was a correct line. This Ravens defense really was the story of the game. I mean, just couldn't CJ and the entire offense from the run game to the pass game just really couldn't ever get anything going consistently. There would be certain plays where you would think they're heating up. CJ would hit Dalton on a nice route. Nico would be open middle of the field, but then it would just be clamps, and then we'd have to punt, or we'd get knocked out of field goal range via shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, the offensive penalties the offensive line had it was insane. It was false start after false start after holding, after whatever the hell, delay of games. That really was the story of the first half, because in the first half it was a close game going into halftime, and the Texans had some momentum, especially after that Steven Sims punt return, which was the only touchdown the Texans were able to score all game.
Yeah. The first half was fun.
Yeah,
I'd give it the fun
it was
rating.
nerve
What
wracking. It
we
was
were we did not we did not play very well.
mm-mm.
We played well enough, kept the Ravens at bay, okay enough, make it 10-10. Steven Sims, a shout out. You got activated this past week, scored the only touchdown for the Texans,
Yeah,
made it fun. And the Ravens actually got the ball back with like 30 seconds to go in the first half, sacked Lamar twice on that drive, 10-10 going in the half. The vibes were vibing at that point because it was like, hey, all we got to do is make some in-game adjustments to the offense and like, score some points. And if defense can keep it up, you know, we could win this game.
yeah,
We could for sure win this game. But I just have to, the Ravens made better in-game adjustments than the Texans did because they came out mad as hell. They came out of the second half mad as hell, and that's just when it would. After that, it was GG's.
yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, Lamar said in his press conference at halftime, he was basically telling the guys, telling that team, was using some profanity, I assume, because he said he couldn't say it on TV, but he was definitely getting into them a little bit because they knew what team they were. They know what they're capable of, and they weren't living up to that in the first half. Defensively, the Texans were playing pretty well in the first half. I mean, other than some big Lamar runs here and there, they were kind of shutting them down, especially on that drive kind of right before the half. But even I said this to myself at the end of the half whenever we had two huge sacks on Lamar and got him back to like 3rd and 20 something. It was kind of like a big momentum shift, especially after that Steven Sims thing. The punt return, not thing, is a really good play, a phenomenal moment for him. But this is what I said to myself. It reminded me of the Browns game where we got blown out and we were kind of getting picks, but it was just always at the time where it didn't matter.
Yeah.
We had an end zone pick with like 10 seconds left, or like when halftime was starting, so it didn't matter, and that's kind of how that felt to me. And then yeah, I mean, second half started, and it was GG's basically.
Yeah. Really, I just have to give credit to the Ravens. I
Hmm.
know we were on here saying the Texans are going to win. How could we not get on our Texans podcast and
Of
say
course,
the Texans are going to win?
yeah.
Oh, curses us. Oh, we should go to hell, right? No,
No, I don't think
we
anyone's
knew that
telling
this.
you that. Is that why you're in the fucking? Is that why you're strapped down to a board right now and forced to wear a mask? Is because you think people are telling us to go to hell?
I'm not being forced to do anything.
Is this you? So you're doing this for your own safety,
I'm not. What are you? I'm not doing anything. I'm talking about the Texans with my
Garrett?
friend.
Why are you strapped down to a piece of metal and forced to wear a mask, and our producer has to roll you around? What are you getting?
I got too loud. I got too loud. Sorry. I'll settle down.
Is that an elect? Did you get electrocuted, bro?
I just got too loud there. I'll be good. I'll be better.
Okay,
Um,
just don't raise your voice. I'm worried for you. Go ahead.
well, like I said in prior episodes, no matter how, no matter the outcome of this game, we're still winners. And going forward into the future, man, the Texans are going to be special. They're going to
Hmm.
be special. Even at the end of the game, getting blown out at this point,
Yeah,
we were still playing hard,
yeah,
trying our damnedest, and we still cared. We still had that fire. The fire never went out for the Texans.
yeah.
So going
No, it didn't.
forward, this was just the beginning. This was
Mhm.
just the beginning.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, look, uh, it sucks to lose in that way. I mean, I'm looking at the score, 34-10. It sucks, right? It sucks to see, but also, I mean, dude, the Houston fucking Texans, man. I mean, we couldn't be more proud of this team and in the future here because now, um, I mean, this has to be one of the biggest turnarounds of all time. I mean, we're up there with the Bengals in that regard, I believe. I mean, the Bengals a couple years ago, at least in recent memory. I mean, no one has had a turnaround quite like this um, in a while. I mean, and it's phenomenal. And now we open ourselves up to it's a different world now. When in the years prior we were looking at, all right, well, we got the second overall pick, we have the third overall pick. Let's look at how we're going to build our future. The future is now. The future is here. Now we're in a position where we're very attractive for free agents, big free agents. Everyone is going to want to play for D'Amico and play with CJ Stroud and play on this team, play with Will Anderson, play with Jonathan Grenard, play with Derek Stingley. There's that the buzz around the league is going to be very positive about what's going on in Houston. So now we're going to look to free agency. We're going to look to the draft, even though obviously it's not as important. We have a later pick, but it's still extremely important. Nick Caserio will cook in the draft, but I'm really, really excited to see what the next step is going to look like in this process. Who are we going to bring in? There's a lot of free agents that are really eye catching this year and have voids that we need to fill. I think one thing, and we'll obviously have content all offseason about the free agency and stuff like that. But I'm looking at the box score here, and Devin has been great. Devin was really a surprise this year. We knew he was a solid RB2. We didn't realize he was going to take over as RB1, but he's set. And this game, I know it's the Ravens. 9 carries for 22 yards is not going to cut it. Not going to cut it.
No, and pretty much offense was DOA. Couldn't get the run going. No fault to Devin really, because the Ravens front seven is phenomenal.
Yeah,
really, really crazy good. Couldn't get, and also I know I love him to death. Love him. I hope he stays. I hope we're able to retain him. Bobby Slowick didn't have as good as a game plan as he did against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one specific time it was 3rd and 1, and we ran it, and surprise, surprise, it was a TFL, short of gain, and we had to punt it. Got to keep the ball in CJ's hands, man. And what the Ravens did a good job is they kept Stroud off kilter the whole time. Kept him off balance, and keeping off balance. That definitely, he didn't have the weapons to play if he was off balance. To play with if he was off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Nico had a fine game. 6 receptions, 60 something yards, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, no shows. And that was part of the Ravens' game plan. Is like, hey, they don't have stars on the outside other than Nico Collins. They inexperienced guys, so keep the inexperienced star quarterback off balance, and we're just going to knock their entire game plan off track. And they did. That's why they're in the AFC Championship game, man. They're really good.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. And another thing they did, in back to your point about, that 3rd and 1 was that 3rd and 1 play call where we ran it with Devin up the middle when that hasn't been working all game. Bobby, I'm a huge fan of Bobby, and he's getting some hate from Texans fans, and I don't think it's deserved at all. But that play call, and there was some questionable play calls. What the Ravens did so well, and because I'm looking at the fucking stats right here, they kept the ball in their best player's hand the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was 16 for 22 for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns passing, and had 11 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing. He was their whole offense. Offense. The leading receiver was Zay Flowers with 4 receptions for 41 yards.
Yeah.
The rusher other than him was Justice Hill, who had 66 yards, which is a little more, which is like, it's a solid day, but still that's nothing crazy. They know who the best player on their team is, and it's Lamar Jackson, and they don't fuck around. They say, Lamar, you're the best player. Go make shit happen. And he did. Yeah. 100 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He's insane. And look, he's incredibly difficult to stop, and I get that. I'm not mad at them for not stopping Lamar. It would be nice, but I get how difficult that is, especially when they're on this run that they've been on. This incredible. There's not a team in the league right now who's beating that Ravens team. There's not. And stop. Don't try to get out.
No, I'm not. I was just
stop trying to get out, Garrett.
My ass was itchy.
Garrett,
All
Yeah.
right. No, Lamar is. There's a reason. There's a goddamn reason why that guy is the MVP of the league. He's the nucleus of a well-ran offense. Which you take Lamar out of that offense right now, and you put in, I don't know, more than half the league. They're
They're
not going to be as
average.
good as they were. I mean, they're going to be not good.
Yeah.
They're not going to be good at all.
Hmm.
And he is the nucleus of that team. And they said, hey, who can really stop Lamar if he's going and he has the ball in his hands constantly?
Yeah.
Not many people. And
No.
can this young Texans defense stop Lamar if he's running 100 yards and throwing 2 touchdowns and has 4 total touchdowns? Like,
No.
no, I mean, no, they can't. So
No.
shout out to the Ravens. They knew damn well what they needed to do. Keep the ball in your superstar's hands. Don't let it leave. Let him be a freak. Lamar's a freak athlete.
Hmm.
Let him be a freak athlete. Great game by Lamar. I'm happy to, you know what? I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them.
I am too.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm
all
happy.
the shit that Lamar's gotten,
Hmm.
including from me, kinda. I've always been
Yeah.
like, is he gonna like actually live up to expectations? Is he gonna live up to his 2019 MVP season?
Yeah.
And yeah, so far he is. I mean, absolutely. Like he's in
Yeah.
his first AFC Championship game. So yeah, no, he's doing the damn thing.
Yeah, he is. I mean, and like really, we talk about Lamar, but also like I gotta give that defense is crazy.
Yeah,
The defense is nutty, and guys like Jadeveon Clowney. I've been out here dogging. I mean, just being dogs and just like making it hell to play offense for the Texans or any team that comes across their path. I don't see this defense letting I don't care who it is in the league. I don't care if it's the Chiefs offense, if it was going to be the Bills, if it's going to be the Niners, if or whoever's going to be in the going on in the NFC Lions. No one is going to produce good offensive numbers against this Ravens defense right now. They're just flying around the ball, killing. Are you good?
yeah. I had an itch in my nose, and my hands are restrained, so I can't.
Right. Okay.
No, I'm listening. Keep going.
No, that's basically it. But I'm just like, no, I just can't imagine anyone, and this is without Marlon Humphreys. Okay, and then also this offense without Mark Andrews. Like
Yeah,
Mark
I mean,
Andrews is available next week, Chiefs. I'm
Mark Mark
sorry.
Mark Andrews is going to be back next week. Marlon Humphrey, I'm not sure what his status is,
I don't either.
but if he's back next week, the game is the Ravens are going to have the clear advantage over the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to count out the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just they looked damn. As of recording Monday, whatever the date is, 22nd.
Yeah.
Chiefs looked great last night. They looked
They
fantastic.
did.
They looked like the team. They looked like the October or not October. I was thinking Pussies
Baseball.
baseball. They look like the true January playoff team.
Mhm.
They've been there, done that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a slugfest. But the Ravens have the clear advantage because of their talent and also their goddamn coaching, man. That OC and that DC is going to be getting looks in the
Mhm.
offseason for sure, man. I mean, if not this offseason, next offseason, they're going to be hot commodities.
Yeah.
So, I mean, golly. Yeah, no. And the, you know what? There's a reason why I'm strapped to this dolly and I had to be
What's the
wheeled
reason?
in. I just didn't want this game to end up like the other divisional games. I did, and I know it's okay that it did. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay that it did. But it just reminded me of the past few times. We looked good in the first half. Oh, we looked pretty solid in the first half. Second half, crumble.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't say we even really crumbled. We just didn't even have a chance in the second half. We
No.
didn't even have the opportunities. The Ravens just took it and ran with it in the second half.
Yeah.
But I mean, the things that I saw though, going into this game gives me hope, crazy hope for the future. And I'm just strapped to this dolly, excited about next year. I'm excited about the offseason. I'm excited about the draft. I'm excited about free agency. I'm excited about, training camp, OTAs, all that, everything going on in the summer,
Yeah.
preseason. And then I'm excited to just get the Texans back out there, the new look Texans, the even newer Texans next year,
Yeah.
and just go try to win a divisional round. That's going to be the challenge next year. make it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
Lofty. It
absolutely.
was lofty. It was lofty this year, and I know we wanted that to happen. Me, you, so badly wanted to go to AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to be realistic. Can you really see this Texans team competing with the Ravens, Bills, Chiefs?
I could see them. I could see this team competing with the Chiefs. I could see this team competing with the Bills. I think the only team in the AFC that I don't think the Texans could compete with is this Ravens team. And that was just the luck of the draw. It happens. That's who we had to face.
Perhaps.
But
And
I do because I do
next year's challenge. We'll
absolutely.
go to the AFC
But there's a reason. And this is how I've always thought about it. Right. When the Texans, anytime the Texans have lost in the playoffs, the team that knocks the Texans out, I want them to win the Super Bowl. So just so for myself, I can be like, well, of course. I mean, they were the best fucking team in the league. That's why they beat the Texans. And that's how I feel about the Ravens. I'm rooting for the Ravens because also Lamar deserves this. Lamar is a guy, like you mentioned, he's had a lot of haters. Has gotten the MVP, has been like known as a top 5 quarterback in his career. But the one thing he has been able to do is, one, get to an AFC championship, but 2, get that ring. And I don't think I think it's theirs to lose right now.
I think
so I'm rooting for them. And also, I also want the moral victory of, well, they beat us, but they also won the Super Bowl. And so,
yeah, that's all. That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
Is I want the team that eliminates the Texans to go win the Super Bowl, so I can just be like, hey man, we lost to the Super Bowl winner. We lost to the Super Bowl champion. What are you gonna do? They were the best. They were number one. They were the best.
Yeah.
So
that's how I feel about it too. And it's just, I think the Ravens. They're my pick for the Super Bowl. I mean, I after seeing them for 4 quarters, just no team has done that to CJ this year. No team.
Yeah, I mean, well, look at this. They destroyed the 49ers. Destroyed the Dolphins, rested their starters, had a bye week, destroyed the Texans. When Lamar's playing, they are destroying teams right now.
Yeah,
I mean that's what they're doing. They're destroying good teams.
You mentioned destroying the Niners. It's like they did. I watched every snap of that game. They dog walked them. Stop.
Sorry.
Stop. Don't get shocked. I'm here for you. I'm on your side. But yeah, no, they dog walked him in every, and so I'm like, and that's the NFC's golden poster child right now, is the Niners. They're like the team to beat. I mean, the Lions. I think the Lions are better. I think the Lions win, but yeah, and it's like
that's crazy. I don't think the Lions win, but
I think the Lions win. I think the Lions are good, man. The Lions are fucking.
the Lions are good, but the last 2 games have been close ones. For
they
the
are,
Lions.
but it's playoffs, baby. It's playoffs, baby. It's playoffs.
Sure.
The Niners game was close too. So,
hey, I hope the Lions make it. It'll be a Lions Ravens Super Bowl, even though the Ravens would, beat them down pretty badly.
The Lions. I mean, the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens would beat the Lions pretty well, but that's just the Ravens. The Ravens are going to beat anyone really well, like hard. It's just how it is.
But other than like specific things in the game, I have nothing else really because.
Me neither.
I mean, like I don't want to, I don't want to like harp on the bad at all. I want to. Obviously, it was the outcome we didn't want, but why should we make that the outcome? The outcome was, hey, we got here when no one else said we should have got here. That's good enough for me. Good, Texans, proud of the Texans season. I'm proud that they were able to win the division, get that far, and make a huge, huge statement for being one of the next contenders in the AFC and the NFL.
Yeah, and we know what makes me sleep well at night is knowing that, look, the Texans lost, and that sucks. But every single Titans fan, Colts fan, Jaguars fan right now, they're in shambles, man. They're in absolute shambles. And I know the Colts are like, we got AR. Jags, we got Trevor. Titans, I don't know what y'all have. Y'all are fucking.
They hate it.
They hate it. They don't have CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't have the best rookie quarterback of all time, by the way. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts.
They don't have
rookie quarterback of all time.
They don't have one of the best young head coaches. Well,
nope.
Shane Steichen, but
nope. Titans don't even have a fucking coach. Titans don't even have a fucking coach right now.
Yeah, they're trying to get Slowick right now.
Yeah, fuck no. Fuck no,
Fuck
baby.
no. Fuck you.
Hmm. No Derrick
Fuck.
Henry anymore. Man, the Titans got some bad days coming up. I feel
Yeah.
bad for them, but we've been through
Well,
that. We've been through it.
we're yeah, well, going forward, this we're going to be focusing a lot on the off season,
Mhm.
free agency, specific players, draft stuff, and when the schedule drops, early predictions. So that's a lot of that. That's a lot of what we're going to be doing going forward because hey, the off season finally an exciting off season.
Yeah.
Well, last season was pretty exciting. We didn't know it was until when the draft happened, but
Hmm.
right up until the draft, we're going to have a very exciting offseason. So we're going to look forward to you know content about that coming up.
Yeah.
And before I get wheeled on out of here to go back to my special room, I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsors, Celebrity Mint. The Go check them out on socials. The Celebrity Mint. They have awesome sports memorabilia. Uh, Over here, I got the Mike Tyson trading coin, the Ric Flair trading coin. Woo! I don't want to say it too loud because I'll get shocked. So go check them out on socials, and I think they have a Valentine's Day deal coming up. Noah, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Make her
Think,
Valentine's Day sparkle. For those who seek excellent quality and exceptional value in fine jewelry, discover their unique, one of a kind jewelry collection that will make Valentine's Day extra special this year. Shop rings, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, and more and get 15% off their already reduced prices. So if you're looking for the best deals on Valentine's Day jewelry for your special someone, visit them today at 8435 KD Freeway, Houston, Texas. The collection offers options for men and women. So, fellas, even if you don't have a Valentine, go grab something for yourself. Go get icy.
yes, yes. Get icy. I'm not permitted to wear jewelry right now or anything pointy. So I would show you, but go do that. Go do that. And thank you, Silvery Mint. And also thank you, Big City Wings. If you came to our ball watching experience with us off the Katy Freeway marquee location, thank you so much for coming out. It was quite the turnout. Even though a lot of the game, there wasn't a lot to celebrate. We got to celebrate delicious food, delicious beer, camaraderie, all the sorts. So thank you, Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Thank you for sponsoring this episode, and thank you, Celebrity Mint, for sponsoring this episode.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much to our sponsors, guys. If you enjoyed the video and if you've enjoyed the content all season, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Lets us know that you like what we're doing. Means a lot to us. And also, comment down below just your thoughts on the season. Kind of, points that things you're taking away from this season and how fun it was and just your favorite memory. That's what favorite memory from this season, favorite game,
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
moment. That'll be fun. Let's let's
Give
let's share some
if
positive moments.
you can't pick one, give it like a top three or top five, whatever, man.
Yeah.
There was a ton of great things this season.
Hmm. And well, also just thank you to everyone who's watched all season. I mean, this
Yep.
season's been a wild roller coaster. It's been a lot of highs, obviously, but going into the season, it was just like we didn't expect this shit, and then we're good, and then we're losing to the Panthers, and it's just a lot of ups and fun fucking season, and we just really appreciate everyone who's been tuning in to all the
Yes.
episodes.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Like I said, more great content in the off season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, I just got one thing to say, really. Well, also go follow go follow our other stuff. Play Action Takes. We're gonna be doing that still full on. The NFL's still going, baby. A
Yeah.
lot of great stuff. So
Hey, the off
go.
season ain't off for us. We still got we got a lot to talk about.
Yes. All right. Well, I have to go. All right.
Okay.
Well, hey, watch Texans. Go Texans. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, buddy. If you need a phone call, if you get a phone call, reach out to me. I'll come get you.
They don't let me have those.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Since Garrett can't say it, I'll say this. Watch Texans in 9 months. I guess that sucks, but later.